How does it feel to enter a room and instantly become the focus of attention, of interest, not just due to your words, but also because to your simple, have you ever wanted to be more appreciated and acknowledged for your presence? If the response is yes, you are not receiving the respect you deserve. Many of us in today's culture feel alone and underappreciated, frequently being ignored as if we don't exist, but you don't have to accept this fate. Today, we're going to start a new chapter. Together, we embark on a journey full with challenges and opportunities to learn priceless Stoic philosophy, teaches to develop a solid sense of self and an indisputable presence. This is about developing in rather than chasing attention. Sustainable ideas and deeds that not only earn you respect, but also stronger from within. And in this video, we'll go over 10 essential tactics that have endured the test of time, assisting you in altering the way that people view you. But more significantly, we will investigate how these tactics alter, not just how face this challenge with us, taking into account how you see yourself as well as how others see you. See this video through to the end to demonstrate to yourself that despite the journey may be challenging, but you're determined to keep going. It's not only about making a now, it's about creating a strong, long-lasting presence and leaving a... Are you prepared to leave a lasting impression on people's minds? Post a comment. I'm prepared to begin this adventure. Now, the first tactic is to take care of oneself if you don't know how to, looking after oneself. Those who know how to take care of others cannot love themselves. Being self-centered is not the same as being selfish. The better you look after yourself, the more you can support. For others, this is a basic premise as well as advice for a living. For leading a fulfilling and purposeful life, prioritizing self-care and primarily necessitates self-awareness. Spend some time comprehend oneself, from your most basic necessities to your innermost aspirations. Soul, you can begin caring for yourself once you know what you need. Developing yourself purposefully through physical self-care entails keeping up a healthy lifestyle that includes regular, balanced eating. When you take good care of your body, you may exercise and get enough sleep. Not only feel good about yourself, but also radiate a natural appeal that makes people value you more on a mental self-care necessitates that you consistently replenish your soul, which can be accomplished by reading, meditating, or taking personal time. Hobbies. When your spirit is fed, you become calm and self-assured. Generating last but not least, keep in mind that self-care is a never-ending voyage. As Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest emperors, a Stoic philosopher, famously remarked that our thoughts shape our lives. If you consistently make investments in yourself, you not only enhance your life's quality, but also turn into a source of inspiration to those in your vicinity, and that is, in fact, how you prevent others from beg or yearn, but value and appreciate. The second deep method is to create tranquility and develop composure and serenity. Seneca, a renowned Stoic philosopher, once delay is the best way to deal with anger, and this suggestion has a lot of force. In helping us navigate difficult and demanding circumstances in today's setting language, where we could be sucked into the vortex of negativity every minute of every second. Feelings that promote composure and self-control become more significant than imagine arriving at a late meeting after a tough workday and being welcomed by with hostile glances from co-workers at that very moment. Instinct may advise you to have a bad reaction, but remain. Calm down, take a big breath, and give yourself a chance to reflect and take control of the circumstance. Your next move not only reduces stress, but also receives praise from individuals around you for your ability to maintain composure in "Be still and know that I am God," which appears in the Bible, also conveys a similar message. Silence is an expression of deep peace as well as humility. Strength by embracing quiet, we create room for introspection and a thorough comprehension of both the self and the environment. Not only is cultivating composure and self-control a component of self-improvement, but additionally, it allows us to establish a strong connection with noble spiritual values, are the art of life, and the key to gaining acceptance and love from others. When you act composed in the face of chaos, you're not only following to a millennium-old worldview, while also paving the way for reverence and affection from your loved ones. Join the discussion in our comment section. Area: describe the difficulties you're having and how you've managed to calmly and calm as it appears, like the globe is spinning all the time, and we frequently forget the real. Time is an intangible treasure that, once lost, can never be replaced. Recovered. But were you aware that by appropriately appreciating your time, we not only become more independent in all of your choices, while simultaneously garnering praise and respect from people around us? Picture the day you become when you are an expert at time management. People will not only respect you, but also look for every way to support you and get knowledge from you. This is not merely a pledge, but an unavoidable outcome of using Stone philosophy to control your. The third time method is to value your respecting your time. Imagine for a moment being in the center of a storm and remaining unwavering. This artwork is a metaphor for remaining untouched by the chaos that is going on around you, for life's obstacles and how to face them when we do not have control over outside occurrences, over which we have control by responding coolly to life's variations. Garner respect and appreciation from people around us. The tale of a leader confronted with a dilemma that might mean the anxiety is disrupting the company and rumors are circulating. Team, rather than giving in to fear, this leader convenes a discussion with everyone, presents the truth, dispels rumors, and acts calmly. Provide a clear plan of action. Their composure is comforting, the group calming anxiety and boosting self-esteem. So how can you develop your first, maintain your composure, and accept the delay? Take a moment to pause before responding to any scenario. This quick pause enables you to gather your thoughts, evaluate the circumstances logically, and react instead, then respond, then engage in regular mindfulness practice, or you may build a foundation of peace through meditation, even in the face of chaos. Remember that the only thing you can control is what you can control. Your response is something you can control, so concentrating on this can help feelings of dread and powerlessness. Fourth, change your viewpoint. Consider difficult circumstances as opportunities rather than threats. Fifth, put your values into practice and get stronger by learning from every experience following each difficult circumstance. Consider what transpired and how you handled it, and what you can take away from it is reinforced by this reflecting exercise. Your capacity to maintain composure in the future is what the Stoic path is not about, repressing feelings or existing outside of reality. It's about realizing what really counts, concentrating on our astute answers, and in doing so, developing your composure will help you get the respect and gratitude of people around you, and poise when you witness a world that not only values you, but also seeks the tranquility you represent. Use the fourth practice approach. Engage in active listening. Are you a good active listener? Picture yourself they are discussing a personal matter with a friend, a difficult internal conflict. Rather than checking your phone or planning your next reaction, you decide to be quiet and give your whole attention to what they're stating. That you occasionally pose insightful queries, demonstrating that you're not merely by paying attention and comprehending the significance of what they are saying. You can not just assist them, feel understood and heard, but also build a strong bond, because in that you've actually turned into a haven for their soul. In fact, active listening is more than just a skill, is crucial to becoming a happy and independent person. In keeping with Stoic ideals, it's about addressing each dialogue as a chance to discover not only about other people, but also about, when you listen intently, you're being humble and willing to share. How can you intentionally expose yourself to other people's feelings and experiences? Increase your active listening skills by first being proficient in your own feelings and ideas as you start a conversation. Remind yourself that the objective is to comprehend, not to reply in the next practice with complete focus. Simply by hearing what's being said, but also by looking at body language and unspoken feelings at last. Exercise patience, because philosophers throughout history have found that sometimes silence has greater power than words. Seneca and Marcus Aurelius Epicus have highlighted the significance of, they saw listening to oneself as an essential component, in addition to listening to others, of leading a decent and purposeful life. When you pay attention, you're not merely acquiring knowledge, you're broadening your heart and intellect to accept life's lessons learned from each discussion and encounter. Now address my first question. Do you listen well? Have you ever been in a situation like this, when you gave someone advice after listening to them and shared your deep insights? In the fifth method in the comments section is to embrace, accept, lifelong. Seneca reminds us that you should continue to learn how to. This timeless advice emphasizes the significance of self-actualization and ongoing life adaptation in the course of self-improvement and self-discipline, while adopting a lifetime learning spirit is a concept of living a path that leads to appreciation rather than only advice, and respect from those around us when we dedicate ourselves to lifelong learning. In addition to expanding information, we also foster a deep comprehension of the globe and humanity, which not only aids in our adaptation, our actions and mindset to be more in tune with society and the environment, but additionally raises our seen worth in the perspective of others, and in the process, the excellent education's responsibility is to teach the skill of knowledge transfer and thought-provoking plays a vital role. By imparting our expertise and encounters, we not only inform others, but also validate our worth. Every lesson learned and every tale told becomes a testament to our profound comprehending and considering life. But perpetual learning is not only about learning new things. It's also about growing one's character and tolerance, thankfulness and acceptance in the face of failure and challenges, of adhering to the Stoic worldview and learning to see everything from a variety of angles, transforming each obstacle into a chance for development. By accepting the honorable responsibility of education and pledging to live a life of learning, makes us more important to people around us as well as to ourselves, but also make a difference in the world, which enables people to not only acknowledge and, in a way, perceive our presence and direction in their life. Gaining respect from others comes from more than just displaying strength or authority. It also comes from growing the soul, exchanging wisdom and insight, cultivating reverence, and the process of receiving love from those around us is neither quick nor simple. It takes tenacity, bravery to confront fear and failure, and a strong will to. When we take the time to study and grow, we get better every day. Ourselves, we broaden our souls in addition to our knowledge, establishing a strong basis for a meaningful life. But before we proceed, I would want to express my gratitude for your observation and participation in our adventure. The initial portion of this film, but let's go on. This trip together to investigate the upcoming principle, embrace authenticity. Since authenticity serves as the foundation for all significant, remember to like and share this video to encourage more people in your relationship. so that we can create a solid and constructive community. Did you know that the sixth tactic is to embrace authenticity? Accept genuineness that, as Epicus sagely stated, honesty is the most potent quality you can have. If you want to write, you should do what shows who you are. You really are. It's a method as well as a tactic of life, assisting us in valuing not just ourselves, but also others. Recognize our actual value by taking a look at the narrative of graphic designer Patrick. Early in his career, Patrick, a designer, felt compelled to produce goods that the market wanted instead of what he was genuinely enthusiastic about. Consequently, despite his financial success, Patrick felt lonely and hollow. One day, inspired by his creative spirit, Patrick made a shift. He started concentrating on side projects that showcased his distinct style and imaginative viewpoint. At first, he was concerned that the public rejected this new, more intimate manner, but his work had the opposite effect. Started to receive recognition and admiration from the design community. With numerous Patrick's narrative is an excellent illustration of the genuineness and originality of each piece. About the value of authenticity. When we dare to be honest, we not only draw in like-minded people, while also making a lasting, profound impression on them. In addition to revealing our actual selves, authenticity enables us to connect on a deeper level with individuals in our immediate vicinity, fostering an atmosphere where honor and gratitude are extended not just to ourselves, but also to everyone. Keeps in mind that in a society where superficiality and honesty are frequently devalued, authenticity that is readily accepted is your greatest asset. Asset that, in addition to making you special and irreplaceable, also sort of makes people plead with you to be there and share your life. By accepting and expressing your sincerity, not only sends a strong statement about one's own value, but also help to make the world a better one where everyone is valued, and each of us has an unidentified inner self that is valued for who they really are. Keep something profound and personal that is difficult to discuss. When we preserve a piece of ourselves for ourselves, we not only safeguard inherent worth while simultaneously stimulating interest, resulting in an alluring. This allure not only raises one's perceived value in the eyes of others, but also deeper connections where respect for one another and a desire for understanding each other as the primary tactic. Number 7. Keep the mystery intact. Feeling of wonder when meeting someone new. Their soft mystery frequently evokes curiosity, and a drive to learn more are not just social phenomenon, but a deep thirst is also a basic feature of human nature. Inspired by the unknown, it serves as the basis for Stoic philosophy, as a process that not only raises one's perceived value as a view oneself as an open book, but it also generates an alluring allure for others. Where each page offers new knowledge and understanding, natural curiosity guides others into your quest for knowledge, transforming each discussion into a thrilling adventure, turns you into a source of inspiration as well as a storyteller. Encouraging admiration by making people consider what else they can learn from this someone in life. Gaining knowledge involves more than just gathering facts. It also involves sharing and putting that knowledge to use. In actuality, you invite people into your life when you share your life's lessons, establishing deep and lasting connections. This sharing improves the lives of people around you as well as your own. The respect you naturally earn from this cannot be purchased. Money, or pretended that it's the outcome of a continuous process of increasing your comprehension and knowledge, is evidence of tenacity and commitment to education as a source of information. Your expertise not only gains you admiration, but also positions you at the forefront of. In the end, praise and adoration cause others to plead for you. Involves more than just keeping personal information private. It involves constant sharing and growth. turning into an unstoppable source of encouragement to embrace lifelong learning acts as a drive to consistently make an effort to improve and add genuine value for both yourself and others. Are you willing to let those around you know how keeping this air of secrecy might alter your life? Share your experiences here so we may discover how you've applied it to your life. Combined, the eighth strategy is to exercise caution. Use caution. Imagine yourself feeling compelled to stand at a social gathering or online event. Divulge every detail of your private life. However, during times like this, keep in mind the power of moderation in the social media world of today. This continuous communication motivates us to share every detail, from important accomplishments to small complaints. But there is great worth in carefully choosing what and who to share it with. Is more than just a lesson in restraint, serves as a reminder to value oneself and protect our mental health. Space. One of my friends, a prosperous businessman, once had to deal with an important when deciding whether to make his next project public. The market he worked in was fiercely competitive, and knowledge was a great advantage at the time. He remembered that the wise man's counsel, according to the philosopher Seneca, lacked nothing but required a lot of things, while the fool, nonetheless, doesn't need anything because he lacks everything and doesn't know how to use it. Rather than sharing every aspect of the project, he chose to keep it under wraps, sharing with just a select few reliable partners and workers. The project's debut was initiated without competitors' meddling or imitation, resulting in a serious competitive benefit in doing so. He not only showed the strength of self-control, but he preserved the respect and confidence of people around him by exercising restraint. It's a strategy with each sharing decision, not just a way of life. Do you think this information will help me in the long run? If the response is unclear, can it foster mutual respect and trust? Maybe it's best to keep everything confidential, keeping in mind that discretion is a type of, by exercising self-control, we can not only shield ourselves from unnecessary dangers, but also cultivate a positive self-image that makes people want to discover and eventually value our actual value. This is how we show our wisdom and self-respect, two attributes that attracts praise, attention, and sometimes even requests your presence. The ninth sharing strategy is to practice the art of accept, the practice of receiving. Getting the exchange could improve our spiritual and social lives. Accepting art into one's life not only improves it, but also helps to a society that values kindness, unity, and support among five. The first of the fundamental tenets of Stoicism is acknowledging interconnectedness. We acknowledge our innate bond with God and others, realizing that being independent and conceited might keep us apart from the wealthy woven web of communal assistance, and God's second is developing thankfulness by embracing grace. We cultivate an attitude of gratitude and acknowledge the kindness of people and the gifts that have been given to us, whether they be financial, emotional, or. The third spiritual practice is cultivating humility, which reminds us to be humble. That knowledge is found in admitting our shortcomings and that we are not all-powerful. The fourth necessity is strengthening community. When we allow ourselves to be accepted by others, we fortify ties within the community, showing that everyone can freely share their vulnerabilities and needs. With this mutual vulnerability is the cornerstone of genuine relationships and trust. The fifth relationship is fostering giving in a lovely circle. People who accept with grace are more willing to give and create. A setting that encourages generosity so that people can fully appreciate the art of acceptance can begin with little daily acts, such as recognizing compliments, simply saying thank you, and acknowledging the giver's intention to ask for assistance when necessary. seeing it as a chance to strengthen relationships, take criticism with and publicly express gratitude for it with an open heart, viewing it as a gift for personal development. Simple deeds of compassion, and by taking these actions, we not only enhance our personal lives while also fostering a culture of kindness, unity, and support for one another, embracing. Therefore, the art of acceptance is a fundamental strength rather than a sign of weakness. Manifestation of fortitude, resiliency, and understanding of our common humanity. And if you share Divinity's viewpoint, do leave a comment using the "In the difficult journey of life, we practice the art of acceptance" in the comments below. We frequently look within ourselves for the strength to conquer, but where does that strength originate from? Originate from what gives someone the strength to get back up after every fall. And more resilient, join us for the lesson's last tactic, when you'll get a reminder of the need to develop oneself in order to become uncompromising and enduring, a voyage that Stoic Phil recounted clearly. The 10th philosophy strategy is to cultivate resilience and encourage endurance and resilience. The Stoic concept of endurance encourages us to be wise in differentiating between what is under our control, and the first step in becoming resilient is realizing that numerous outside influences, such as other people's thoughts, deeds, or unanticipated circumstances of life, are out of our grasp. This acknowledgement is not a way of resignation, but a firm position of focusing our efforts and energies on behaviors, ideas, and responses. When you live up to this principle, people are drawn to you because of the ease and confidence you radiate. They view you as a steady, swift mountain rather than a waving reed in the wind. Resilience arises from facing challenges, even during times of adversity. It's about recognizing hurdles and persevering through discomfort. Not as impassable barriers, but rather as chances for development and gaining knowledge about Stoic practices like voluntary hardship and adversity reflection is not only a test, but also a tool to help one's mental toughness. When you relate your experiences of persistence, you become an inspiration to others and a beacon of hope. Proof of the unbreakable human spirit that people are drawn to toward those who have these traits, viewing them as leaders, friends, and Stoicism from cherished friends offers a viewpoint that views challenges as opportunities rather than merely obstacles to development. This change in viewpoint changes our perspective on what formerly appeared to be insurmountable obstacles in life are now stepping stones. People will start to come to you for guidance and support, not just for the strength that you exhibit, but also for the shared vision that transforms hardship into advantage as we wrap off today's final results. Now, let's say a few last thoughts on this motivational. Together, we have examined 10 effective tactics from Stoic mindset to alter not just how other people view and value you, but also, crucially, how you view and value yourself. As we think that everyone's journey is distinct, what impact has this theme had on your journey, provided some insight for all of us? Before we conclude, keep in mind that we greatly appreciate every like, share, and subscribe. It's how you show your gratitude for this material, and let us know if you would like to see more by clicking the notification bell to remain informed about fresh and insightful global lessons of Stoic philosophy. Continue viewing the movies that are shown at the conclusion of this. We appreciate you taking the time to speak with us today. Keep going and never stop trying. And above all, keep shining. We're excited to join you at every turn.